Oh my gosh. The Vancouver Canucks were in trade talks with the Carolina Hurricanes for Elias Pettersson. I cannot believe I came home to this. At the end of the day, guys, I hope we get blockbusters and craziness going into the trade deadline. I will be live all day on this channel for NHL trade deadline, and I hope you subscribe and give the channel a chance. But just besides the point, Pettersson, we thought there was like a conversation where you go into the offseason and something happens, but Friedman is saying there was ongoing discussions with Carolina. And specifically, Friedman's article saying, according to multiple sources, Vancouver and Carolina have had discussions about Elias Pettersson that advanced to a stage where both the Canucks and the player needed to make serious discussions about where the relationship was headed. The Canucks ultimately decided in favor of another attempt at extending Pettersson, and he, facing the possibility Vancouver could move him, allowed agents Pat Brisson and JP Barry to resume negotiations. Previously, the talented forward indicated he preferred to wait until after the season. No extension is complete at this time, but there's certainly momentum in that direction, as Daily Faceoff's Frank Saravelli reported Wednesday. Hey, big shout out to Friedman for giving Saravelli his flowers. And then he continues saying, should it be completed, it will allow the Canucks a very, and you continue here, clear picture of their future cap situation heading into the next week's trade deadline. So, I mean, we know it's coming, right? Irfin even saying Canucks went to get things done hopefully sooner than later, or want to get things done sooner than later. Probably looking at keeping the AAV under 12. I've been saying I think it's going to be around 12. A lot of people have said closer to 13. A lot of people have said closer to 11. I think it's going to be in around, I would say between 11.5 to 12.75. I know that's a large range, but I'm thinking around that $1.25 million range. And yeah, I mean, Noah's on it saying, I mean, there was a lot of rumors saying that Marty Necas was in around the Pettersson rumors. And look at this from David Pagnotta. He quote tweets Elliotte Friedman saying Martin Necas and Jesper Kotkaniemi were discussed from Carolina's end. This first occurred over a week ago prior to my initial contract offer report last week. So, I mean, even my guy Canuck Clay is on it. And I mean, I would say, yeah, the fact that these reports are coming out, it seems like maybe these trade talks have died completely to the point where that's where Frank Saravelli's report came out. It looks like it's going towards an 8-year deal. So I've seen a lot of proposals like this on Cap Friendly where it's like Kotkaniemi, Necas, and then maybe a couple first-round picks. Does it mean that there's other pieces involved from Vancouver? If this was like a trade that like maybe resurfaced, say things go sideways completely, Saravelli, his report just goes sideways and Vancouver and Carolina have to pick up these talks. I would think it's numerous picks, prospects, and roster players for Pettersson, and maybe Vancouver takes advantage of the situation. While they don't have a lot of leverage, maybe they convince Carolina to take a Connor Garland and a couple of contracts in that sense. Yeah, Nick Alberga with the take there. But, I mean, I've seen a lot of potential trades, something like this. I don't know if I'm on that. And something as big as this, like where you're like, okay, you're Vancouver, especially with Rutherford, the familiarity with Carolina. I'm pretty sure he was still on the part of the management group when they drafted Brett Pesce. I believe he was drafted like 2013, 2014, around there. I think 2013. So Pesce maybe goes back to Vancouver, Marty Necas, Kotkaniemi, and just draft picks. Bunch of draft picks, right? I think it would be at least a couple firsts, maybe a second or two, and a couple roster players. So I don't know how big this was going to get, but clearly from Pagnotta's report here, I mean, it was going to get pretty big. Like a couple of roster players like this and then a couple of draft picks. So give me your thoughts, guys, on this report from Friedman. This is massive. And as I said, from Saravelli's report to now this, it seems like things are leaking. So maybe it's getting closer and closer to a possible extension. I'll be on it. I'll keep you guys up to date. Hit that subscribe button, comment, notification bell, all that good stuff. And we'll see you on the next video or stream. Peace.